Hello, we're going to tell a story today. We're going to tell a story about Johnny and Sandra, Ben, and Sarah. A story about the shadow. One day in early fall, it was Thursday evening. I got home from a hard day of work. My back and feet were hurting, walking all day, up and down the stairs, delivering mail in the office. I've been working there for years. My name is Johnny. I'm married to a beautiful lady, Sandra, 4 years now, and I have two children. Ben, he's 7, and Sarah, she is 5. Really good kids. My wife is a stay-at-home mom. She works hard, keeping things in order and keeping the kids in school. Uh, Ben is a soccer player, and of course, Sarah loves to go do ballet. This story begins about 3 months earlier. It was a normal day in the summer, and I had a few days off. We were playing in the yard, as we always do, and I was playing with the kids. And Sandra ran to me and said, "Daddy, Daddy, have you seen the Shadow Man?" I said, "What is the Shadow Man?" And thinking I was maybe a playmate or someone that she made up. I did not think too much about it and realized later that everything was out in the yard and the sun was about to set. It was around 8 p.m. I was picking up the toys in the yard, and Ben is notorious about leaving his toys in the yard, his bicycle and all his toys, and he doesn't pick up his toys. But I was outside, and someone, as I was picking up one of the toys, I bent down and I noticed in the corner of my eye a movement or something. It's a figure about 7 feet tall. What is that? What is that? The person had a black hat on, and he was a shadow, and he was standing behind a tree. I said, "Who are you? Who is that? Why are you here?" He had a heavy jacket on, and the figure of the man was really, you could tell, he was a big, stout man. I, I could not see his face, but I yelled, "Hello, hello! Why are you here in my yard?" There was a small bat of Ben's in the yard laying on the ground, and he'd been playing baseball earlier. And I said, "Who are you?" And I walked closer and closer with that bat in my hand, closer to the tree. I said, "Wait, wait." When I got to the tree, there was no one there. Nowhere but me. Being a Christian man, I got down and prayed on my knees to God and said, "Who is this? I do not know who it is. I don't know. I saw something in the yard, but I don't know, my Lord. Will you help me decide what it is?" As I finished picking up all the toys, I went back inside, and Sandra had prepared dinner with her mother. She said, "I saw you walking around the tree outside. Who were you talking to?" I decided not to say anything, but say I was just singing because I'm known to sing around the house. My favorite songs in the shower, and I just sing all the time. So I went next day. My wife was taking all the children and to school, Ben and Sarah to school as she always did, walking and holding their hands. But one day Sarah was just in one of her moods, a bad mood. She could not bring her doll, Molly, to school. She wanted to walk by herself and said, "No, I'm not holding your hand because I want to bring Molly." And of course, cars running up down the highway. This was always a busy road. "Hold my hand, Sarah, hold my hand." Suddenly, Sarah went to grab her hand, and she jotted away and ran out into the street and fell on the concrete. That was when I went to bend down, and then all of a sudden, she popped back up like somebody picked her up, and she said, "Mommy, Mommy, did you see the shadow man? I saw a shadow man pick me up. Did you see, Mommy, Mommy?" Of course, Mommy did not see. Suddenly, Ben says, "I saw him, I saw him." And said, "Mommy, there was that man that I saw at the tree in the backyard. It happened so fast. Mommy, did you see it? Did you see it? I can't believe it happened." So she squeezed Sarah and prayed to God. And yes, I did think I saw something, but I did not know. I was so in a hurry, I was not sure. Ben said, "I think maybe it's an angel, Mommy. We'll call Dad. Let's call Dad, Mommy. Let's call Dad," Ben said. So, okay, when you later on, I'll call Dad and tell him. So later on that morning, she called Dad uh, and said, Johnny, you know what happened today? And she told him the story. I saw a man, I think I saw a man uh, pick up Sarah as she fell on the ground. He told her that she told him the whole story. And then Ben said, well, I did not want to tell you, but I saw a shadow in the backyard the other day. And that's who I was talking to. But it was I only saw him just a short period of time. So they both decided maybe it's somebody from God. We will pray. So they prayed on the phone. And Johnny said, let's go away in 2 weeks. There's a holiday. It gives us a 3-day weekend, and I can take off a day. We can go camping and fishing. So they planned it all the next week. So all the week was about no more sightings of the shadow. So they planned their vacation around that weekend. So they planned to go swimming and fishing. So they packed everything up in the car and they took off. They went to one of their favorite places to go, Yellowstone Park. And of course, Ben, as a child, he loves going fishing. And Sally just loves throwing rocks into the river. So they arrived at the park, and Johnny, the father, says, I'm going to set up camp and get everything ready, and then I'll take the kids fishing and canoeing. And they know that they have to get everything set up because Mommy is afraid of snakes. So she brought all kinds of snake and things and sprays to be prepared for all kinds of snakes and venom kits. I don't like snakes. So Ben played throwing rocks in the river with her sister, and Johnny could not wait to go fishing with Ben. But then they all decided, let's go canoeing. Mommy said, I'm not going to go. So they could not eat until they went canoeing. So Sandra wanted to stay at the camp. She was not a fan of camping. She did not like camping. So they took off in the canoe on the river, Ben and Sandra. And the current was very fast, but they knew that Dad was a very experienced canoeer, and he just wanted to go fishing. So he set the hook in the pole and bait. And then Dad says, we'll catch a fish for dinner and for Mommy to cook. And Sarah said, yes, let's let Mommy clean it. She hates cleaning fish, Daddy. And Dad says, I know, joking. Let's catch many fish so Mommy can clean. Sarah replied on the way back across the river, Dad, I think Ben has to go to the bathroom. So he yells out, Ben, you got to go to the bathroom. No, Daddy, I'm just so happy to catch fish. All of a sudden, he jumped up because the fish was on the hook, and he jumped up, and he fell out of the canoe. And he had a fish on the hook, but lost the pole as he was falling in the water. Dad says, hold on. You don't have your jack buttoned. Your jacket's not buttoned. You should have buttoned your jacket. He fell off the side of the boat. He kept looking. Hold on, I will grab you. As he set everything and threw the anchor in, as he turned back, all of a sudden he did not see Ben anymore. Ben was under the water. Ben, where are you? Where did you go? Dad jumped in, leaving Sarah, told Sarah, stay here. The boat is sturdy. We have the anchor in. Stay here. Do not get up. Do not move. So Daddy jumped in to find Johnny. Johnny, where are you? As Dad was looking, searching under the water, going all over the place. Ben, I am here. I'm looking for you. So Daddy, all of a sudden, Sarah says, Daddy, look. Ben is on the other side. He's on the bank of the river. He's on the other side. He looked up and he says, how did you get over there? So he jumps back into the canoe and they go across the side. How did you get here? Daddy asked. He said, the shadow man picked me up. The shadow man. As I fell in the water, my jacket fell off, and the shadow man picked me up and walked on top of the water. He said, walked on top of the water? Yes, the shadow man carried me and fell, and as I fell, he walked across the water and brought me over here. And he told me to tell you something. He told me to tell you this. He said, what? What did he tell you to say? He said, Always love your family no matter what. He said that? That's it? Yes, that's it, Ben said. So they went back to the other side of the river and they told Mommy of all the things that they did that day. Mommy said, that shadow man must be an angel from God. That was the last time they saw the shadow man, and it was always on their mind. Was he an angel? But Mom and Dad always knew that he was, because he had saved each one of their lives. Remember, as the years went by, they'd always remember what happened that day that the shadow man had said, take care of your family. God bless everybody, and thank you so much for watching.